You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely.
Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me, I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode button, push it, make it do something. No balls for me, cause I'm a loose cannon. I get to choose, camera, switch it up, look up a new banner. Keep smoking on that Bama. I'm so lovely that you can't handle it. You know I stay lovely, you see I'm doing damage. You gotta keep your composure. Drop this one right here, it's over. Yeah,
you got to keep it. Keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely.
I'ma stay in the cut the fuck, I'm lovely. Good energy is the right way to rub me. Got the superpowers, they giving us the flowers. Cause we stay dropping new music for hours. It's so lovely that it's a classic. Type of bass that'll make it get active. 808 boom, yeah, you know that it's a tactic. HBIC, yeah, this shit is epic. On my shiznit, and you gon' respect it. Tired of the bullshit, so I'm about to get it, bitch. Won't leave my music around these players for real. Cause I got a vision for real. So don't even play around me, MD. Better have a real plan, better be sweet. Something real stable that'll keep you out the streets. But you gotta keep it lovely. Yeah.
You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it.
Keep it.
You got to keep it lovely. Keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Keep it. You got to keep it lovely.
Is there a problem? Is there a problem? Never no ties, never no ties, never no ties, never no ties to cut. Is there a problem? Is there a problem? Never no ties, never no ties, never no ties, never no ties. I'm too cold with the bars, I go straight out of space and I will spaz. Don't get mad, you get tagged. I zig and I zag and I get a big bag and I can't even tell who be mad. Everybody got a sad story about me. Then tell you they ain't even worry about me. It's simple, Simon said, it's all a fairy tale and they play it. Keep yelling you the best, well we be waiting. So outdated, I come off the plate like a waiter. Serving you bitches still on your playlist. Still on your title music as your favorite. Still paid not to give a fuck what you saying. Dope so dope with only one track. My leader make it go sit the fuck back. That nigga so old, I'ma call him one dad. Foo-foo and everything he spit is straight trash. Yeah, is there a problem? Is there a problem? Never no ties, never no ties, never no ties, never no ties to cut. Is there a problem? Is there a problem? Never no ties, never no ties, never no ties, never no ties. I motivate ya, so I'm the motivator. Forgot y'all bitches stay rockin'. Can't just have a disagreement when I'm speaking. Y'all gotta show me who's the weakest. Failure to communicate, asshole. Overseeing everything like I'm a drone. Psychic real talk, intuition be on. Play dumb if you want, I'ma let it roll. Cut a tie, cut a dick, I don't really give a shit. If it's a problem, already finished it. Don't let your little feelings go and stunt your growth. And cut a fucking tie that you don't even own, there's no problem. Cause you texting, not calling. On the 6th day, gotta block them in the morning. Cut all the active, this is my reaction. Wasn't ever no ties, but we can do the dragon. Yeah, is there a problem? Is there a problem? But never no ties, but never no ties, never no ties, never no ties to cut. Is there a problem? Is there a problem? But never no ties, never no ties, never no ties, never no ties to cut. Never no ties, ain't no problem.
Lil Wayne, what about food? Have you ever considered or been approached by the Rap Snacks company? Miss Toy, a rapper who was on the Up in Smokes tour, she has her own rap snacks, and the Big Timers had rap snacks chips too.
They sure fucking did. They did. They sure did have them, man. I actually know Miss Toy as well. Shout out to Miss Toy.
Got on my roses. Thankful every day I'm here that I see my roses. Got on my roses. Give them to me while I'm here so I enjoy these roses.
A rose is a rose. Black tatted on my arm, it's a rose. Let it grow, wind blows. Opens up slow and it's beautiful. Guess they don't know, bet they eyes closed. Some of them sold, nothing won't flow. When they got dough, just wanna floss, wanna roll. Think that it's all in control, won't ever glow. Think that look rich, that look poor. Some of them niggas don't know. Get away with doing the most, get caught, then they fold. Ain't gotta ask who told. But that rose waits patiently to be watered up so gracefully. And when it come up organically, naturally, the love's longevity.
Got on my roses. Thankful every day I'm here that I see my roses. Got on my roses. Give them to me while I'm here so I enjoy these roses.
A rose is a rose. Black tatted on my arm, it's a rose. Let it grow, wind blows. Opens up slow and it's beautiful. I'm so thankful, y'all see my glow. Y'all just don't know, but watch how I go. Never simple, when I got my studio wheels on the road. Watching y'all troll, thinking it's slow for me, but really it's been easy peasy. Y'all looked up and saw you couldn't leave me. With all this progress, you had to have a meeting. I had to tell myself you could do it and you need it. The rose planted deeply was the seed. The industry grew a real queen. Never watered down, got thorns in my leaves. Love all my roses till infinity, infinity.
Got on my roses. Thankful every day I'm here that I see my roses. Got on my roses. Give them to me while I'm here so I enjoy these roses. Got on my roses. Got on my roses. Give them to me while I'm here so I enjoy these roses.
Ramos. Loner too. Loner, stoner too. I'm a teacher, I'm a learner from my city. I put on her on my shit, never prolonging. Ride the beat like she rap on it. Dodging bill collecting, self-reflecting. Can't find peace, man, the shit dissecting. Got smoke trees, that's a temporary way to ease the pressure. Fuck a promise, I'm a skeptic. Over the years, nobody kept them. Jail cells and cigarettes. Action and consequence. Hard time learning lessons. You can call me hard-headed, Lord. Call me hard-headed, Lord. Young nigga gon' make a couple mistakes, but we just pray 'cause we got another day to get that shit right. narcissistic, egotistical. Nigga got a couple gifts, that's how I keep this shit afloat. Nigga got to stay consistent, no such thing as comfortable. Nigga, this is real, it's not another joke, nigga. But on the common note, I got my weed, I got my trees to lay up in the shade. Handsome niggas, so you know the bitches waving at me. I guess that's where the love for pop come in, girl. Jump in, girl. Young nigga gon' make a couple mistakes.
We gon' make them.
In New York, in New York. In the city of lights, in New York, in New York. Yeah. But we just pray 'cause we got another day. We got another day. We're human, we're human. We're human. Stoner too. La fa, stoner too.
Like people with an actual
I'm coming in. I'm finna bring you in.
Oh, we coming in. All right.
Welcome to the Lovely Radio Show with your host, Miss Toy, bringing the love back to radio with quality music owned by the artists and producers. You know, great content and updates for my lovely listeners. Tonight, we have another incredible artist, songwriter, performer, high energy. You know what I'm saying? Along with some amazing fashion. You know what I'm saying? My boy, Rob Moss, thank you for joining us on the Lovely Radio Show. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Miss Toy. I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Now, why don't you introduce yourself so that our lovely listeners can get a chance to hear from you, you know, your background.
Yes, well, you know, my name is Rob Moss, a.k.a. Rob Boss, Rob Gloss, Rob Sauce,
Yes.
Rob Everything. And, you know, I'm from Detroit originally, but I've been out in L.A., New York, everywhere, doing my thing.
Yes.
Just releasing music. I'm about to drop a new album coming up. You know, I try to drop every year, you know, drop some new music, videos and stuff every year. So we be creeping up on that time now.
Content,
And,
yes.
you know, I'm just doing my thing, you know, just a, you know, a humble guy from Detroit, you know, trying to make his dream, you know.
You are making your dreams, and it's so, you know, genuine. You know what I'm saying? So I always love when my warriors are stepping into their power and their purpose. So I've seen you along the way growing, and your support is amazing. I appreciate your support always. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You know, you able to tap into some things that I've done. You're like, look, they don't know your background for real. You know
Of
what I'm saying?
course. No, I was freaking out the first time when I saw you at the show. And I was like, her voice sounds so familiar. I'm like, I know this voice. And then after the show, I was like, it was just such a genuine, you know what I mean? Just such a genuine, I'll never forget that day. I don't know if you remember. But
Tell our people, because, you know, we have our own connection, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we did a show. I don't even remember where that show was at. It was Studio 50, Studio something. And yeah, and I think you was headlining, you was going last, and I was just there doing something. And then afterwards, I just remember we just had a moment where we talked and we connected, and we were just like, we gon' be cool.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's just been love and support ever since then. You know what I mean? Every time I see something or I hear something, I'm like, oh, nigga, Miss Toy.
Oh, thank
you know?
Because we have a new single I just played, and, you know, I'm playing Rob Moss if you guys get a chance to on Spreaker. You know, it'll be on Apple Music, so you guys will be able to hear some of his music. But here, right here on YouTube, we just going to get into the good stuff, you know? So give us a little bit of backstory on how you got started. And, you know, I know Detroit is a hell of a start.
Detroit to the death, of course. Well, you know, growing up in Detroit, music is just such a part of our culture. You know what I mean? So I was singing, you know, for as young as I can remember, and just kind of always wanting to be a star. You know, writing songs when I was a kid. You know, trying to figure that out. And then I didn't really start cultivating my skills until I want to say about 7th grade, when thanks to the amazing Angela Barrel Dunlap, she casted me in my first play with Genuine and Lisa Ray and Robin. It was like this big play that they had downtown, and I got a part in it. And then from there on, I went and I learned about music at the Detroit School of Arts, which was made famous by the late, great Aaliyah. She graduated from there. And I was a huge Aaliyah fan, so I always wanted to go to that school. So I, went to a performing arts high school, and that's when I really learned about music, because we had music classes every day. We had performances everywhere. That's when I really learned how to harmonize. Yeah, we really learned about music, and that's where I feel like my love for music really just went to another level. So all through high school I was performing, I was doing plays, I was singing everywhere, dancing everywhere, just kind of moving around Detroit, and then I went to college in Chicago for musical theater as well. Chi-Town. So I played Detroit and Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like, I played the whole Midwest.
Right, that's right.
Literally.
And me too.
And then so I got in Chicago, then I started recording. That was when I really started getting in the studio and dropping songs. And that's when I kind of was like, you know what? I definitely want to do this. So I moved to New York, and then that's when I really recorded my first project. And, just kind of been going ever since then. So that's, in layman's terms, that's how I started.
I love your humble beginnings, and that's where a lot of your fashion sense comes from, the Midwest. I love that. Shout out to all my warriors, King Tech, Tiffany,
I see everybody
West Side Story. K-Wise, one of my producers. Is there a problem? Dismos on Miss Toy Presents the Session. We got my warriors coming to back me up. You
they
feel
going
me?
Crazy.
So I love that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that fly artists inspire me as well. You know what I'm saying? So you stay shitty sharp. Let's talk about the fashion.
Oh, boy.
Come on now. With all of this plays and all of that stuff, did you start then when you had to start doing the plays? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did. You know what's funny? My mom will tell you to this day, she thought I was going to be a fashion designer when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, I used to draw sketches, and I was always into fashion because of music. Because all the rappers back then used to name drop the fashion bars.
Yes,
so when Biggie would rap about Versace or Dolce, I would want to know what that stuff is. So as a young kid, I got into fashion because of music. And, I always had a love for fashion, and I always, even as a kid, always had a unique style. I remember growing up, people in the hood used to be, saying, oh, you different, you dress different, you got your own style. So I just kind of took that, with me everywhere. And as I got more into music, I started wanting to align my fashion and my music.
Yes.
So usually if I drop a project, I try to have my fashion, kind of match that project.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I try to have everything that I do visually, the clothes, the accessories, the chains kind of match music. So my first album that I dropped in LA, it was a lot of prints and it was a lot of crazy designs. But with my last album, it was a lot more monochromatic, shiny, so I try to incorporate the fashion with the music every time. But it's just a natural thing, man. Loving people like Andre Leon Talley growing up, just loving that type of stuff,
When you guys see the videos and when you go to his page, you know what I mean, you guys will see what I see, you know what I'm saying? And every Tuesday, shout out to King Tech TV, and we just did a R&B competition this Tuesday. And I feel like everything is involved in being an artist, not just when it's a vocalist competition. I feel like, some of the girls came up and they were singing in their arm like this, and then when the guy came up, he was like, you know what I'm saying? He was ready.
Of course.
I feel like
of course.
Your look, your energy, everything is involved when somebody see you for the first time. So when y'all send in videos, you know what I'm saying, you got to have that energy first, you know what I'm saying? Before you show your talent, show us who you are, and then later on we'll just listen to the music. But I appreciate your energy, you know what I'm saying? And that is so important. How do you manage that for social media,
Well, recently I've had a lot of people say to me something about my energy specifically, and they'll be like, man, your energy was just everything. And I never really noticed that. You know what I mean? There'll be people who might not like every song or might not like the music, but they might like the way you look. You know what I mean? They might like your energy. They might like what you bring to the table outside of music, and then that'll draw them to your music. But I will say, for me personally, I work on myself a lot. I work on my energy. I work on that type of stuff a lot. Like as far as doing yoga, working out, doing stuff like deep relaxation every day and praying, and making sure that I'm just centered. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's so much going on in the world that if you don't center yourself, it's very easy to lose the innocence and to lose that positivity. And I feel like that's one of the best things about me. So I be trying to work on myself, you know what I mean? To not make sure that the energy and that the spirit is right. And what I learned that it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much clout you have. Yeah. The way you can affect people on a day-to-day, as far as your energy and your spirit, it has nothing to do with what you have and everything with who you are. Mm-hmm. And once I started realizing that, I kind of started, making a more conscious effort to just have an energy that's radiant and that can be, that can shine through the screen, through everything, So,
and people miss that when you shut it off, because everybody don't deserve that, And when you shine so bright on people and you shut it off, it makes them appreciate you more. So we want you to keep your light shine because we appreciate you, especially here. Now tell us what you have going on, because you have a new project you're working on. Yes. When can we hear it and when can we bring you back?
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Toy, by the way. Just thank you. Well, the next album is dropping September 26th. Yes. That's the date that we have. I've been working on the project since I dropped my last project, literally the week that the project came out and went to number 2 on iTunes R&B. Yes, and while the album was on the charts, I was literally in the studio working on songs from this album.
Yes, you should.
And it's a lot more personable. I feel like it's a lot more beyond the surface. Lyrically, musically, it's just growth. It's 14 songs. Okay. And the last one only had 10 songs. So it's more songs, it's higher production value, a lot more just focused in, a lot more writing. I actually wrote songs on this project. I wasn't freestyling and punching in. I was actually writing. You know the difference when you freestyle and when you actually write. It's like a different thing. So it
goes from live and comical a little bit to serious and like a movie, and you know what I mean. So
absolutely. And you're thinking about. Do you find yourself thinking about every single word?
Every word has to have. When people listen to me, I want them to see exactly what I'm saying. I want them to feel it. I want them to go somewhere with me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So in your music, you're taking them somewhere because you are involved in it. It's not like you didn't write. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And when you freestyle, because I'm sure, you go in the booth. Do you ever go in the booth and freestyle something?
You see, I got mics behind me. I always jump on something, and it's always a freestyle because I never know what I'm going to do until I hear the melody of the beat sometime, or I don't have to hear a beat. So how do you prepare? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, a lot of this, what I liked about this upcoming project, because usually you hear a good beat and you write to it, or with this project, a lot of these were ideas. A lot of these were me calling my producer like, okay, I want to make or I want to do this, or, this idea from my childhood. Every single song on this new project was an actual concept to where we came up with the concept musically, and then I wrote lyrically according to that. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of a different process, and it just feels more expressive. You know what I mean? It feels like I'm genuinely expressing myself. But, we write all different ways. Sometimes you hear the beat and you write to it. Sometimes you write the acapella and you send it off and they make the beat around it. But, this process was a lot more just focused like, okay, this is what we're going to do. I want to make a 90s song, or I want to make a futuristic song. I'm going to do this, and then we build it up. And so that's why I'm excited for people to hear these ideas,
Yeah, and I love that because I have a new single dropping tonight, Miss Toy Roses. And this album is called Miss Toy Roses because I am giving people an inside view from me, 73, Chicago, Illinois, Cook County Hospital type of vibe all the way to California, Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of the same vibe this year. That album drops November 11th, the day before my mother's birthday. So I feel like since it's about me, you know what I'm saying, I might as well make this album specifically the day before my mom, because Fridays is when we drop music. Your birthday is on a Saturday, so it's pretty much the Saturday.
I drop on Mondays. I drop on
Fridays. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, you know what I'm saying, it's another classic night because I got Rob Moss on the show and I got a single coming out. So I always put in the best energy and move forward in bringing you guys the hottest new artists and someone that you may have never heard of, but you're going to hear about them and you're going to learn today on the Lovely Radio Show. You know what I'm saying? So Rob Moss really is a phenomenal artist. When you guys go look at his page, tell them where they can find you and your music.
Yes. Well, check me out on the gram, Twitter, all of that. _ Rob Moss.
Yes.
Also have robmossmusic.com or Apple Music. Just Rob Moss everywhere.
Everywhere, y'all. For real.
Yeah, Rob Moss Music everywhere. You'll find it somewhere. My last album, Project X. I highly recommend going to listen to that one.
Let's talk about that. I have that in my notes. Let's talk about Project X. I love the title.
Yeah. It's a party, man.
I know.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that title came from not having a title. So I was recording all the songs and I didn't have a title for the project, and I just kept saying, oh, this is for my project. And the folder was just called Project X. You know how you just, Chemical X, and I was just like, oh, this for the project, this for the project, this for the project. And I got so used to the folder being called Project X, and it had all of the songs, I was just like, just call the album Project X.
Why not?
Literally, that's how it came about.
I love that you told that story, because I was like, Project X, I need to ask about that. And I actually said, tell us about Project X in my notes. So you brought it up, and that let y'all know. We on the same accord ever since we met. We just gonna always support each other for everything that we do, because the energy is what I love. You know what I'm saying? When I'm a judge on a show, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the energy because I'm sitting here judging a show. When I'm on a show, I know you're looking for energy for me, so I'm gonna give you that energy. How do you prepare for your shows?
Yeah, and it's always genuine. That's what I really love about me and you. Like, it's always a real connection. You know what I mean? For shows, shows are the most intense thing for me because I went to school for theater. So live shows for me are like the cream of it. And that's how I make most of my money, honestly.
Yes.
But for me, when I prepare for a show, it's a very, very strict process. I need at least a week of no smoking, no drinking, no dairy, no caffeine, no nothing, because my voice is so, my voice has to be right. So I have to, kind of go through a process of, doing vocal warm-ups every day and making sure I'm drinking tea and making sure I'm going to the gym and going to the sauna and doing all of those things at least a week before the show, and then I always like to get a lot of sleep the night before performing. I mean, like 10 hours.
Yeah, no, sleep is important.
Like I need some good sleep, and then I'm ready to go with my coconut water, and I'm ready to go.
God,
but
that's my fave, coconut water.
Get the vocals, yeah.
Come on now. Come
on. But it's a lot of pressure. The live shows for me, because I'm such a perfectionist, that's when I feel the most like pressure a little bit, because I just be like, it's live, and I want it to be good. You know what I mean?
I always dream about the show. I don't know why. It's like I be trying to stop myself from dreaming about how the show gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you've done all different types of shows. Like through your career, you played those big. And
walking out on those shows, I still had the dream the night before. Bitch, don't slip, don't fall, don't.
How does that feel though? Like, what does that feel like when you're on that? Because I always be like, Lord, I just want to make it to, being on one of those stages. Like, what does that energy feel like?
That's a good question, because at the first, the first time I was at a event, it was with the Militia. You know what I'm saying? It was before I was with Q. So I think it was on Sunset, one of those clubs, but it was so packed, right? It was so packed that when we got on the stage, my uncle had tried to bring me some roses, you know what I'm saying, from like up, he was on a balcony, but he came down and brought me some roses, right? So then we tearing this club up, you know what I'm saying? I put my roses down on the speaker, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, the niggas on the stage was throwing my roses. I was going off. I was like, what the fuck?
They was throwing them at you?
No, they was throwing them. Yeah, they was wilding out. So it's like sometimes you never could prepare enough. Like we went and did a wardrobe change, but all I could remember that night is they was throwing my fucking flowers, you know? I don't care how dope the show was. I don't care. So some nights, it's spontaneous. I always go in thinking Murphy's Law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, but the show must go on. You feel me? So when I get on that stage, I always just balance myself for dealing with the crowd, because everybody's intense. They fucked up. You know what I'm saying? People really came to see a show. So I block everything else out now. Now it's just me and y'all. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I give you is some authentic, you know what I'm saying? I can't help this. You know what I'm saying? This is me and real music and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I bring something natural. I bring something natural to the game as far as females and women in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I bring the confidence, the awareness of what I'm saying. Whatever playlist that I have for that night is specifically, if it's for a 420 show, I'm gonna have at least 3-4 weed songs in my playlist. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on trying to be prepared as much as possible. I be prepared for shows I don't even have sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking fuck up at the end of the day, can't get their deposit back, but hey, I had that show mix ready. You feel me?
But some people is natural. You know what I mean? Like some people can just get on stage and just. Me, I gotta warm up. Like I be like, listen.
That was fly though.
I got to me. Like, I gotta warm the vocals up, and I gotta.
This just just being a part of it and knowing that you're bringing something great to the table for other artists to know. When they listen back to the show, they're gonna get some jewels that you dropped. You know what I'm saying? You're dropping jewels because people are not prepared. They just so busy trying to go viral that they just not even knowing when it's time to go repeat some of that shit. They can't do it again. You feel me? You only viral one time. But we as consistent artists gonna keep it genuine for you. So what, how do you keep it genuine? Because I already know you, but they don't.
Yeah. Well, consistency, I say as an independent artist, consistency is the biggest thing, you know what I mean? Because you have to prove to people that you can stand out. You know what I mean? Because at some point, every random person is going to feel like they want to drop a song, or I want to drop a mixtape, I want to do this. And that's cool. I don't knock people for doing that. If you're passionate about it, like, go for it. But at the same time, if you really want to be taken seriously, it's going to take more than one song. It's going to take more. Even if you do like go viral and get signed, you have to be consistent. You know what I mean? And it's the hardest thing, but it's the most crucial thing. You know what I mean? And for me, it's a struggle sometimes to always constantly be trying to create. But the music is in my soul. You know what I mean? Like the music is in my heart for real. So I just be feeling like I gotta follow my heart. You know what I mean? If I feel like I have to drop a new project, I might not have the funds or whatever to do that project, but I'm gonna make it work because it's in my heart. You know what I mean? So consistency is the biggest thing, and people respect consistency. Even if people, I've had people who may not be that much of a fan of my type of music, but they respect the consistency. They respect the grind. They respect the hustle. You know what I mean? And that's real. That is real.
Well, shout out to Low Wick and J-Pad, Juggernaut. My mom is in the chat, you know what I'm saying, over here on Spreaker.
Hey, Mom.
You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate y'all showing love. And over here on YouTube, we always appreciate y'all showing love. And I'm going to wrap this up because my warrior got business to handle. He in between gigs and shit like that.
Man, I wish I wasn't.
But it's okay. We love that you keeping your day job, because at the end of the day, when you get on that stage, they ain't going to know nothing about that. They going to see a superstar. That's what they going to see. But them bills is
Absolutely. And when you're doing a project, you have to, in order to get everything done the way you need to get it, you have to know how to be creative with making money. Like today, I'm doing a photo shoot just, that somebody wanted me to come through and do. I don't really look at myself as a model per se, but as an artist, it might mean being a model. It might mean being an actor. It might mean being, I'm sure you can.
I've done some modeling for, Yoshi and I've been Adidas and I've been to Verizon commercials and stuff. Yeah, you got to brand yourself.
So I'm learning to embrace that. I'm like, hey, bro, if you got to pick up an extra gig and you got to do this, embrace the fact that you're multi-talented.
And
embrace
add
the
it
fact
to your resume.
You can do these things.
Tiffany said, what sets you apart is the quality, the effort, and passion you put forth. So yes, I agree with that. And I know that you have a long, busy day, you know what I'm saying? And we're glad you was able to stop through and drop some jewels on us.
Thank you, Miss Toy.
Y'all know
you are, if you know how I look at you. I like, no, literally, like, I'm very grateful that I met you, especially at the time that I did, as like a young, kind of, having someone who is experienced in the industry, who has hits, who, you know what I'm saying, has experienced this thing say to me, oh, you got it. You know what I mean? You got it. You're a star. Keep going. At that time, because when I'm 26 now, I think I was 23 then, 24. You know, I needed to hear that. You know what I mean? I really needed that. Like, seriously. And I remember thinking, like, hey, if, you know, somebody who has experienced these things can see that star quality in you, you know, you should believe it. You know what I mean? So I'm so grateful for our relationship and our friendship, and I can't wait to do a song together.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to. I got producers in the chat. Y'all get ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send them something good. You know what I mean? Just so we can show y'all the, you know, the dynamics and the uniqueness that music can bring with people. You know, it's a universal language to me. It brings everybody together, and even if you don't listen to the same kind of music, when you have the right vibe, it just connects. It just is.
Absolutely.
So I love you always, and we're gonna get that project that we're gonna have together.
Absolutely. You're in Cali, right? You're in Cali, right?
Yeah. Just gonna say I'm in Cali. We in Cali.
You in Cali? Yeah, okay, because we both in Cali.
So, you know, that's easy.
Let's do it. And good luck with the single dropping tonight.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to listen to it. Right as soon as I get off, I'm going to make sure I listen to it, share it. I'm going to send you some of the new music ahead of time so you can hear it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
and, you know.
We'd love to play it for the Lovely Radio Show. And when it drops, we'll be playing it again and shouting you out. Putting you in the story like we normally do. Fitted, what's up, loved ones? You know, and I always do this on Thursday nights. So even if I don't have a guest, you guys are welcome to join me on Thursday nights on the Lovely Radio Show, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know, I'm always on Spreaker as well, but always go to MissToyMusic.com so it can direct traffic for me, and you'll be able to see what's coming out, what's new, videos, merch, all of that stuff. So
shout out to the Queen, Miss Toy, y'all. Y'all better make some noise, man.
Tell them again. Tell them again. No, tell them.
Y'all better make some noise for the Queen, Miss Toy. No, I'm for real. Y'all have to make some noise for people who paved the way.
Salute.
Like, y'all gotta make some noise for the people who paved the way for younger women to be in the space that they're in now. There are people who paved the way for this thing.
Hey, for somebody to stand up, so y'all could stand out. So you feel me? I had to stand up, you know what I'm saying, and make some moves, and everybody's getting some money from the music, and they're not all being robbed, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and KY said he already follows you on Spotify.
Thank you, KY.
That's my producer.
I appreciate you, brother. Please let me know what you think about that album.
Yeah, so we have some loved ones that's in here that's gonna support for real, first of all, and stream the music. So you got that love already on the Lovely Radio Show.
Thank you, Miss Toy. Well, I can't wait to come back. Maybe I can come back around September when the project drops.
That would be dope.
And, you know, we can do it. Yeah, I would love to.
Let's map it out. You know how to contact me. And y'all always keep it locked on the Lovely Radio Show every Thursday night Pacific Standard Time. I always go to MissToyMusic.com, and I love all y'all for real. And y'all have a good one. You too, Rob Moss. Thank you for being our special guest.
Thank you, Miss Toy. Much love. I will see you soon.
You sure will.
I will talk to you later. Much love.
This for my niggas who up, who rolling up on the porch, contemplating the day, how they gon' make it through the wall. Know they gon' make it through the wall. I am a son of the king, so when you see me shining up and I'm running the scene, know I've been putting in work, really straight from the dirt. They tried to hit me where I hurt, bounce back and I learn. Now I'ma make the shit pop, pay no attention to ops and everything that I rock. Be some shit you ain't got. Oh yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, it's true. Bring it back to the field when the feeling was real. The music gave you goosebumps in the back of the trunk. The only feeling that I want when I'm hitting the blunt. I need the beat to take me higher than the red bottom pumps. I need the seat to be inspired. Niggas really be wanting what they be wanting. So I'ma hit the move and give you a little something, something. Rob Boss hit the stage, better say it. Representing for the underappreciated and underrated. That's for my niggas who up, who rolling up on the porch, contemplating the day, how they gon' make it through the wall. Know they gon' make it through the wall. This for my niggas who up, who rolling up on the porch, contemplating the day, how they gon' make it through the wall. Know they gon' make it through the wall. Oh, all my niggas getting high, only way to survive. Whether you whipping up the pie or committing the crime, just stay committed, homie. You see this fitted on me, so many switched up on me. It's cool when I walk in the room, these old niggas old news, and I'm new and improved. You see a chance, better take it, know a nigga gon' make it. And every nigga that hated on me and skated on me, I see you, homie, I'm on it. This for my niggas who up, who rollin' up on the porch, contemplating the day. How they gon' make it through the wall? Know they gon' make it through the wall. This for my niggas who up, who rollin' up on the porch, contemplating the day. How they gon' make it through the wall? Know they gon' make it through the wall.
Let's go. Look. Tough shit. I came from work, ain't no luck, bitch. Skate on the beat like a puck. Switch. Up on the floor, level up. Trick. Hot shit, burn. Let's go. Hot shit, burn. Let's go. Look. Can't trust a nigga far as I can throw. Say fuck these hoes and then I let them go. They say the way a nigga live ain't right. Won't tell that hoe that I wanna be wrong. I'm hot shit, burn. Hot shit, rock boss, turn. Let's go, look, money, get up, money, blow up. Do say, pull up, kush, roll up. Mister, gotta get up, flip a coin, in a minute, yeah.
And they feel me from the bay down to the A, fuck what you say. East to the west, my niggas bless, my niggas lay. They gon' ride to this, your hands upside to side with this. Light up your split and catch a vibe with this. And we waving, yeah, my niggas waving, yeah. Pay your mama bills. Effortless with the sex appeal. Long way to go without progressive still. And we waving, yeah, my niggas waving, yeah, we waving.
Tough shit. Tough shit. Yeah. That's that tough shit. Rock boss, nigga, that's that tough shit. Look, whole shit black. This shit hit like crack in a trap, and I'm fucking back. Ain't no cap. This that last lost in this bitch. Never gonna lose, take a loss in this bitch. Dramas forever, always get shot. You won't find another, you won't find them back.
And they feel me from the bay down to the A, fuck what you say. East to the west, my niggas bless, my niggas lay. They gon' ride to this.